There we are. Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm not gonna try not to edit anything at all. And because right now I'm feeling, again, very vulnerable. And this whole new thing for me to do with the vlogging or the channel is extremely confronting. And I would just want to just say that out loud, and because I have some subscribers here at my channel and I'm so grateful for the subscribers that are here with me. I feel like at the moment that just right now, like when I start to turn this on, I just feel really blank in my mind. But I don't know, this is very confronting. So I'm going to talk about people pleasing today. I'm just going to speak about people pleasing and how important it is for me to get rid of that. And I mean in the sense that when I sacrifice myself to behave in ways, so other people can feel better, is something that a conditioned person has experienced. Because, you know, like when I was a child, perhaps I was told to good kids are to be quiet, to be seen, not heard. And right now at the same time, you know, again, my mind is going blank and I'm sitting here on the couch and I'm trying to say impressive things and I'm trying to be just like I know stuff, and I know that I need to get through this. So if you're here listening to me, this is like the realest moment that I'm giving you, because first of all, I'm just going to say also too, I'm just going to speak out of my mind because it's so necessary, and I'm going to try to do as less editing as I can with this video, because I think you deserve it, and I think that you want something authentic. Perhaps no one leaves comments yet, no one has said, I've never gotten a dislike or anything, and it's just so seldom that so seldom that I have received anything. Well, I haven't really received. Anyway, like I said again, I'm going to be authentic, because when I'm on the camera, I just blank, my mind goes blank, and I just start rambling. But you know what? I think that's just what is happening at the moment. And maybe I'll get myself into a space where I can just speak authentically and to tell you just what I'm experiencing at the moment, and to share it with you, because maybe it can resonate with you or not. I don't know. Let's go back to the people pleasing. When I was a little boy, I really loved to twirl the baton and to be creative and to be outspoken, and I'm very playful, and that was, you know, and also I was perhaps a sensitive guy, a sensitive boy growing up in Alabama, in Florence, Alabama. And I don't know when it started to set in, but it was like the joy I had of life, or the feeling I had of life, the joy. That's also another thing, that I'm so insecure. You know, I've been a dancer for basically all of my life. I've been in the profession for about 30 years, 35 years to be exact. And I started dancing because that was a way to express myself. I didn't have to talk. I didn't have to express myself with words, which is this now is a new thing for me to do. Even though I've spoken on stage, everything is rehearsed and everything is not so spontaneous. And so I started to repress my feelings and myself when I was younger because everybody felt better. And I didn't realize I was doing that. I just wanted to be safe, and I just wanted to fit in, I think. And it was like it was a problem for me, and I didn't even realize that I was conforming. So I was losing a big part of myself. And so when I started dancing, I think the dancing for me was liberating, and it was a way to express myself, and I could hide behind my language, my body language, and I excelled at ballet very quickly, and that was like amazing thing for me to do and to achieve, because I was achieving, and I was being complimented, and people were really supportive and pushing me and said, "Oh, you're so talented, and you are amazing dancer," and they fed my ego a lot, and I just continued to grow, and I progressed I progressed quite quickly in the profession. I was professional within 2.5 years. So all of a sudden I left home and I had to go out into the big world, and there I started to realize that I needed to behave, or I felt like I needed to behave in a certain way so I could fit in again, just like in school. And and it was very difficult for me to adapt to life after school or after home, and leaving home at 16. And so anyway, so all of these, all of these experiences that I had when I was younger they formed me, and I am carrying them to this day. I am 51 years old, and I am carrying this baggage with me. Everything that I've done in my life, I've done by myself. I've worked very hard to achieve things, to become successful in my profession of dance, and I have succeeded in all of these. I have all these skills in dance. All these skills. I've talked about it before, but I teach, and I'm a choreographer, and I am a teacher, a choreographer, and I'm very. When I started to do that, I realized quickly again that I had the need to please people, and to please people would be the best for me to do because I would feel safe. But in fact, I didn't feel safe at the end, and I would be adapting myself again. And so this is part of the people pleasing effect, the negative effect that it can have on you when you get older. So I guess that's what today's topic is really about, the people pleasing thing. It's really detrimental, if that's the word. I don't have a big vocabulary, and I can feel very insecure sometimes and be intimidated by people who are educated in college or whatever, just basically probably anybody. And my life hasn't been like that. I haven't gone to college, I didn't go to university, I've danced. I've just danced, and that's what I know how to do, and I know how to be in the dance world. And anyway, I want to create my own way of being in the dance world, and I started to, everything that I've done to bring me out of my comfort zone, because when I started to do all of these things in the dance world with the teaching and the choreography, I had no idea, and as a ballet master also too with the Royal Swedish Ballet, I had no idea how to do any of these things. And the funny thing that I experienced was that I said to myself that I knew, because if I admitted to myself that I didn't know, then I think that would show, and then people would judge me because I had never had experience. But I can tell you right now, just like doing this channel or this vlog, I have no experience at all. And being authentic here, sitting with you and telling you that is so important for my development. My channel is not about pleasing you or pleasing anybody or anything, but I do want to connect. I have a what is the word? I lose the word. I have a need to connect to people, and with social media, I think we can really connect. Like I said earlier in my vlog, one of my vlogs. I don't know, you know, what I realize with the people pleasing thing is that sometimes I really think about, or I used to, I am not such a people pleaser. I am not a people pleaser. And what I realize is that I have repressed some things that make me feel so uncomfortable. And if I've said it 500 times, I've said it 500 times because I am being authentic here. And this sometimes it just terrifies the shit out of me to walk around outside with my camera and just start talking to the camera or the phone or whatever, because I feel like, you know, that I shouldn't be doing that, and you shouldn't bring attention to yourself. You shouldn't, you know, with the dancing I could do that. I could just shut up and I could do that. But, you know, when I started teaching or I started choreographing, I realized that, you know, I need people to approve of me. And even though my passion for dance, or my passion for life and for people is so big, and I want that connection, I needed that connection, and I do have things to say, and I've experienced a lot. I've been through amazing doors in this profession, and I've experienced a lot, but you know, I just have to find my way of expressing it. And you know, my personality is that I push myself, and it's extremely vulnerable and extremely uncomfortable for me to do this. But and that's, you know, like sitting right here right now talking to you authentically is like, it is difficult and so hard. But like on my channel here with me, I have starting these vlogs, and I do all this editing, and I have to say that I love the editing. I love the fast and the slow, and it's such a creative hobby for me. And I see this as a hobby, and I see this as a way to also, you know, when I can suggest right now that to please yourself is to do something that you really enjoy and not worry about what other people think about it. You know, just go and do it, and you will learn something about yourself. And because these things, that's what hobbies do. They teach you about yourself, and doing new things is so important to do. So I started this vlog, but back to the people pleasing thing, you know, on one side of me, one side I feel like, you know, fuck everything and fuck all. I'm not trying to please you, and I don't care what you think and all that. And authentically, and that's where I'm going, I really don't. If I want you to think highly, of me, maybe I think that I need to adapt myself so I can again be approved by you, or be approved by the profession, or to be approved by, I don't know, to be approved by, you know, anybody to be approved, whatever, you know. It's in your head, this trying to prove your worthiness. I am worthy, and you know, I've never done a lot of things, and I still feel like a kid when I'm doing my jobs. And sometimes in the sense of learning, I always have to learn, and in order for me to learn, I have to take a risk. But people don't like that, or at least these are my thoughts and my feelings that I have that arise when I do something new, or if I make a new piece, or if I teach a new company, or for whatever. I'm extremely vulnerable, and I feel very, very scared. But at the same time, I have this this attitude of persevering and going, and I'm curious more about that. And I will stand naked in front of you, in a sense. I'm very bad at metaphors, but sometimes, but sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I just want to say, you know, there's a lot of people walking around pretending that, you know, pretending that they've got control over everything, and I just don't think that that's the reality of a situation, because, you know, we're all, I don't know. My need is so big in not pleasing people that I put myself out there like this. And it's scary when I release my videos, because I think, oh, they're gonna think he's such an idiot or whatever. God, he's so stupid, and he's, I don't know, who the fuck does he think he is, and, you know, all this. And when that arises, it's just my thoughts, maybe, and maybe perhaps people do think that about me, but I can't please people, and that's really hard and confronting. And I just want to say that, you know, if you're here listening to this, we are the same. We're exactly the same. And I know that there are people out there, and that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, is so I can connect. And, you know, it can be a really beautiful thing, and I think that it's it will teach me a lot in the long run. So there I've just said it. So what else I'm gonna say besides the people pleasing? You know, how do we become like that? It's all conditioning. It's all conditioning. Domestication. I don't know. It's all of these experiences that you have as a child, or being, you know, like my 20 facts, which was terrifying for me to release that. All of these thoughts come up. I just keep saying that because they do, and it's just real. This is real. This is real right now, because I don't know exactly what I'm going to say, but, you know, and you know, people say, oh, if I get on his channel and he doesn't know what he's talking about, but I just don't think that's the reality of anybody, really, that knows exactly what they're doing all the time. And if they do, then good luck to them, and God, I wish I could be that in just 1 second. But I know by doing this, it'll bring me out of my comfort zone, and I'm always trying to come out of my comfort zone. It's just so necessary for me, and I don't know, maybe for some other people it's not necessary, but I don't know. I'm not other people. I'm just myself, and so so I'm here, and I'm going to do my best with this vlog, but I'm not going to try to please you. I want to entertain you, because I have a need to express myself. I have a need to be crazy. I have a need to act, because I am a performer. I've been a performer, you know, my whole life, and ever since I was a little bitty thing, always performing. But you know what? You know, that applause is not what I need to applaud myself. And when I come out of my comfort zone, it may feel scary for a moment, but you know, it's not that hard. Sometimes, like when I'm going out and I'm vlogging in public, or videoing in public, sometimes, yes, sometimes it's like, oh my God, they're looking at me, I feel so stupid, and I'm just frozen, I can't do it, and put it up, and especially start talking, I guess, because I'm also concerned about what I'm saying out loud, and what are people going to think about that. It's just so strange that I don't know any of these people that are around me, and that I can feel so weird and alien with myself, because these I don't know any of these people. I don't know any people in public. I always want to be respectful and not intrude on someone if I'm doing my vlog or the videoing. I don't want to do that. So that is just in my heart. But it's so, my God, it's like freezing. It's still that way. It is still that way. I feel much more comfortable when there's no one around. But after, like I said, I'm doing that because I'm not trying to please people. I'm doing that so I can come out of this freaking straitjacket that I've created for myself and realize that the fear that I have is an illusion. And if someone wants to judge me because I am doing this, then let them judge me. People are gonna judge, you know. The best advice I can tell anybody, young or old or whatever, I mean, just expressing this, is that I forgot. It'll come to me. But the best advice that I can tell you is that not everybody is going to like you. And that's a whole thing about people pleasing. Not everybody is going to like you. And when you're a young and you don't understand that, you spend a lot of time trying to please other people so they can like you and so you can feel safe. But ironically, you don't feel safe. And there are a lot of problems that come from that. And there are a lot of problems that I've had from that. And that's why I want to share, because maybe perhaps it can resonate with you or somebody, or realize, or I work with a lot of young dancers and a lot of young people in my life, so maybe this will resonate with them. But stop trying to please people. When I learned that not everybody's going to like you, then I started to grow, and I flourished in my areas, and I'm letting go. It's an ongoing thing. Letting go is an ongoing process of what people think, because it is so strong in the mind, perhaps, I don't know, in the frontal lobe, where you're just terrified, fight or flight response, and you want to run from everything. You would just want to get the fuck out, and running from yourself, basically. So, you know, I can say, not everybody's gonna like you, not everybody likes me, not everybody likes anything I do. There are a lot of people who do. There is your tribe. The best thing by being yourself and not pleasing people, you find people who you resonate with. And these are the people, this is your tribe. And you know, it's like, respect other people. I respect other people and their opinions, absolutely. If their opinion is that they don't like me, or they don't like my work, or they don't like whatever, I respect that, because I think that they're entitled to feel the way they want to feel, and they're entitled to make that choice for themselves. And you know, my behavior or the way I do things may not be their way, but that's okay. I mean, they've got their answers, and I'm trying to figure out my answers. So the people pleasing is just, try to stop that as soon as you can. You know, you got to be free. You got to be free. You got to be free with yourself. You know, however you know, I read something one day about doing one thing a day that terrifies the shit out of you, and I try to live by that. It doesn't always work, because the saboteur, or the conditioned mind says, you will look like an idiot, don't do that, people will not like it, and that's that whole people pleasing thing. And once that arises, I look at him, I look at the voice, and I say to myself, you know what? You need to really go away right now, because I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm going to go over that, and I'm going to put myself in a situation and realize it's really not that bad. And people will appreciate that, and it's real, and then I can grow. And my life here on this earth is to, in this earth school, as I've heard it been said by Gary Zukav, read his books. I used to, I don't know, it's been a long time. But this earth school, and that's what it's like. It's like a school to discover about who you are. Otherwise, you just sit in your room, which is also okay. If you want to sit on your couch and complain, or just, even if you like your own company and you want to sit on your couch and you want to just be by yourself, that's also wonderful. Being by yourself is an amazing thing. Anyway, I got off on that. But this earth school, put yourself out there, go out there, take risk, learn about yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Easier said than done, but a little bit at a time, because I can tell you right now that's what I'm doing. A little bit at a time, and I'm going to keep doing this because it's the biggest thing that I've created for myself to experience. So, yeah. Like I said earlier in this video, I'm going to try to not do any editing. Maybe I'll fast forward if I'm just sitting here or something and trying to let my mind think what it thinks. But this is kind of real. Like, this is just kind of a real conversation that I'm just going to have. And I'll do more of these because I just want to be real. And if I'm sitting here and I'm blank for a long time, then I'm just sitting here blank for a long time. Isn't that real? Yeah. But I don't want to, I really, really like doing my videos, and I like editing the videos, and I think like my bowling video of my beautiful boyfriend and myself, it's so good. I really enjoy it so much. So it's really a hobby that I really like, and if people don't like it, then like I'm not concerned, but I would like for you to, but I enjoy it so much, and it takes a long time. You know, to edit a video, it takes like 3-4, it can take between 2 and 4 hours. And then I proof it, and like my perfection thing comes into play too. And that maybe comes in with the people pleasing, because there's no such thing as perfection. And when you try to look perfect in front of people so they will approve of you, oh God, it's just all so related. It's just, everything is so related to one thing or the other. It just seems, when it comes to being vulnerable, people pleasing, not everybody's gonna like you. It's all connected, and it creates what creates you. It creates this character, or this I don't know, this person, or this, I don't know, this identity, this ego, and I've realized, you know, I'm not my ego. If I was my ego, I swear to God, I wouldn't even be doing this. I would not be putting myself out there like this, because I've got some demons, like I said, and I'll just keep saying it, so it will resonate with you that it's just not all that bad. So, yeah, that's just what I want to share today, as I said here. And I do work, by the way. You know, I just always have to create things for me to entertain myself, and everything that I've chosen to do in my life, I've loved to do it. With the dancing, and I love performing for you. I love moving my body, and I like to be watched with that voyeurism, because the sensation also that I feel is so real and so authentic that I think it projects, I don't know, even through the camera or whatever, however you interpret that. Anyway, so at the end of this conversation that I'm sitting here, I'm not going to edit, but I'm sitting here, I'm just going to say to you, recognize in the moment when you're feeling as though you're pleasing somebody and that will make you feel safe. I'm here to tell you, in the long run, it's not going to make you feel safe. And you're going to be judging everything, you're going to be judging other people, and ultimately, you're just judging yourself. I think the magic lies beyond the comfort zone. And I've had it work in my life so many times. And I've been extremely successful. And I think to some people this will, I don't know, shock's not the word, but I wouldn't think that I'm as vulnerable as I am. But I am. And that's just real. So I want to be authentic and say that out loud. We just want to say it out loud. And express myself that way, so maybe we can connect and you keep coming back. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I thank you for watching this. And if it's your first time here, welcome to this channel, and I hope that you can find something interesting in it. And if not, then adios. Thank you for stopping by here. And if you're here for the first time and you'd like it, please, of course, us YouTubers can't really continue unless we have some subscribers and some likes and comments, I think. My ego does like all that stuff, but it's not the most important thing. But it likes it. There's my alarm. I said I wouldn't speak more than half an hour, so I guess I've spoken a half an hour. I love all of you, and I love myself, and love yourself. Stop pleasing people. Not everybody's gonna like you, and all of that is okay. But like yourself, and you will become a better person, and you will become more free within yourself. And you'll be less stressed, and you will be more lovely. But that is my advice. And I've got an alarm to turn off, so it's a moment for me to say goodbye. All right? Thanks for listening, and yeah. Bye.